the sun. Got the sun. Got the sun. Yay! Happy New Year's. We are here at Raj's house hanging out.
2024.
Yes.
Right. So we just had a little get together yesterday, January 1st. We had a good time. And
ate too much.
Right. And Geeta made a chicken biryani without tasting herself any at all. So still came out good, as everybody said.
Because she's vegetarian.
She's vegetarian. I didn't taste either.
You're vegetarian.
Yeah. But it was good. And then she made a samosa, right? Fish.
Oh, the samosas were so good.
Right.
Oh.
She didn't taste those either.
I think Paul ate, I think you said he ate 5 or 8. He ate a bunch of them.
Okay. Anyway. Alright, so further ado, remind everybody, reuse, 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 repurpose, repurpose, and recycle, recycle. And sign up with your county. You can get your recycle bins, and hopefully somebody listening come up with the idea, give a tax break, $50, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
Oh. And don't throw your food in the garbage.
That's right.
Because when you throw food in the garbage, it creates a lot of methane, 80% more than you throw it in your backyard. And so you can always compost. It's easy to compost, no problem. And just, you got a bunch of the leaves and twigs and anything, cover it up, and you can also compost your meat.
That's right. Dig a hole and bury it.
Bury it, put some kind of leftover stuff, any dessert or anything, yogurt mix or whatever, and put some paper bags, carbon.
Yes.
That helps.
Carbon is good for your compost.
Right. So don't throw away anything. Before you throw away, think about it. Somebody else can use it. And that's what we like to emphasize. And last thing I want to say about is that you can also find places where you can take your tires and they will recycle and they make some kind of, I think, material for the children to play on the ground.
That's right. They make playground.
And the base of turf grass. Fake grass for football fields and things. I think they shred it up into, but they've been finding people have more cancer playing on those types of fields than regular fields. So, I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
Okay, well, something they have to think
some
about.
things just don't go away in our environment.
So, that's what, but plastic, and so think about it, what you can do with the plastic. If possible, use storing your food in glass jars, glass containers, and especially hot. Yeah. So otherwise,
yeah, but you can put cold stuff and reuse your plastic, like your old butter containers or your old cottage cheese containers. I put sugar in mine.
I save dried seeds and stuff in it.
Yeah. Or I put my tea, my
salad to take it.
Sure, anything that you want to just keep airtight.
Right.
But don't use hot stuff and don't use it for cold stuff.
Right.
Because that plastic's going to get brittle and decompose on you.
All right. So hopefully they come up with more ideas how to figure out what to do with the plastic. It's too much plastic everywhere. Okay. So what's the topic today, Bob?
Oh, let's talk about castor oil.
Oh, wow. And that's a known oil all over the world. I mean, everybody knows about castor oil.
Oh, my grandmother used to make me take castor oil.
Internally.
Yeah, for a laxative.
Right.
Yes.
That's what my grandmother
I took with the tea. They used to make a tea and mix it up with the tea. But it did work.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just an old school laxative, remember?
Yeah,
she used to make me take it in a teaspoon.
Bad taste.
Terrible.
Strong taste.
Strong.
I put it strong taste.
Okay.
It was like punishment.
But I tell you, it is kind of, I'm not saying, but I know what I got the information. It is FDA approved laxative. It's not,
You know, they use it in a lot of lip balms.
Oh yeah.
A lot of makeups have castor oil in them.
Because
it's known to be a growth stimulant for hair follicles, so a lot of
Yeah,
ladies.
it's said to be. There's no. Actually, I looked it up. There is no clinical basis for that.
It does have vitamin E.
It does have vitamin E, which is good for your hair.
And some other components which is good for your skin.
And I know ladies that put it on their eyelashes and their eyebrows.
Yeah, it's good for your eyelashes and your eyebrows because of those. If your eyelashes get brittle, that's what happens when you putting on makeup, taking it off.
Yeah.
A lot of the actual eyeliners and stuff like that actually will make your eyelashes brittle.
Huh.
Not only that, if you have a circle like
Dark circles.
Dark circles under your eyes, it's good.
And if you have scars in your skin, you can also use castor oil. It really helps to, So, and of course we know the castor oil is so thick. It's really definitely good moisturizer for your skin. So,
that's the main thing I think a lot of people know about it now is people doing castor oil packs. Right?
Yeah.
Topical
Yes.
packs. So you
I use castor oil for my knee joints regularly.
Yeah, very regularly.
Yeah, very regularly, and it really helps me.
You put it on cotton or?
No, I just apply directly on my skin.
Okay.
And then I have a wrap. I put it around. I can bring the wrap and show people.
So that the wrap keeps it from getting on your pants, right?
Pants or anywhere else, and it allows time to get absorbed in your skin.
Exactly.
So I'll be right back. You guys talk about castor oil second. So what else?
I know it for liver packs. People use it over areas that might have cysts and lumps, and they use it for apparently gallstones, kidney stones. If you put it in that area or here, you have to be consistent with it regularly. And some people put it with heating pads, like after they put cloth or flannel over it.
One thing I did hear about castor oil is if you use it for too many things, you can develop an allergy over a period of time. You can become allergic to it.
So. The beans are they have this compound, I forget the name in it, that's toxic. So the true castor plant, those beans, before they press it and make it in the oil's safe. You don't want to internally take too much because it's such a laxative, but topically super safe. But yeah, the actual beans of the plant.
Beans are the seeds.
The seed. I guess that is the seed.
Yes, the seeds.
Yeah, because that's all the references I heard were they called it castor seed oil.
Seed.
So
Seed.
Well, that's
I guess a bean really is a seed.
Actually,
so there's really no difference.
It's real easy to grow, especially in the tropical areas. I'm not sure whether it grows in Georgia.
It grows here. I've seen it in a friend's compost pile, but they were always concerned their dogs would get into it and eat some of the seeds. And so there was a debate.
Is it toxic to dogs?
All of the seeds are toxic to, I think, any type of animal until they're processed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's easy to grow. It costs least amount of maintenance.
It was giving them a lot of shade over their compost, which they wanted a little bit more than just full sun the whole time, so it kept moisture in it.
It has a big leaves, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty big plant, like 8 feet maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. Castor, in India, been, I guess, used for centuries, and a lot of recommendations are there. Ayurvedic says if you go in an Ayurvedic center, they definitely use castor to put it in your navel area. It's considered detoxes and also liver.
Yes.
Yeah. So
some people put it over their thyroid. Overnight. Some people will sleep in it, but you have to be careful. Wear things you don't care about getting oil stains on it.
Right. So that's the reason I have my knee joint a wrap. I'm not putting right now castor, but I will be. So this is made with the funnel inside, and there's the outside cover, which is has some kind of synthetic coating.
Yeah, so the oil doesn't go
doesn't seep through. And you put bunch of plenty oil, then I put little A, D vitamin and calendula oil and stuff like that. And also the mustard oil, because mustard oil also has a plenty good vitamin E.
Yeah, I have mustard oil mixed in with my castor oil.
Right, and so I apply that and keep it. And
Rub it in.
Yeah, rub it
Generates
in,
a
and
little
then
heat.
Thur, pretty thick thur, and then I wrap it around like this, and then put elastic around it, and let it sit for 24 hours. Pretty much every day. That's my routine. I've taken baths, so I'll be doing that after the show is over. So yeah, that helped me because I tell you, about a year or more ago, I had so much pain in my knee joints, and I couldn't walk. I mean, walk was painful. It's not painful walking now.
You couldn't bend them as well.
Right.
Either.
Yeah, so I'm much more flexible now. I can bend quite a bit.
Look at you. What kind of yoga is that?
Yeah, that's a Buddha.
Like the toady frog.
Yeah, like that. So, so castor oil really definitely helps your joint, in my experience. And so castor oil is the versatile. Of course, I would always recommend to use a little bit, see if you have any reaction. And if you don't have a reaction, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because some people can have it. Now, another thing I want to mention, I think in my opinion, if the castor oil is organic, non-processed, I don't think you will have much reactions.
Yeah.
Well, also you got to remind people
Yeah,
that
hexane, that's correct.
it is FDA approved.
Yeah,
because we see it in a lot of makeup and in lip balms.
So if you really want real castor oil, it should be free of hexane. And
I also think some people say because it's a jar and it penetrates deeper than any other kind of oil, try to get it in glass instead of plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know much difference about that way.
I don't know.
Because I think castor oil is so thick and it's not hot itself until you put it in your skin. Then it becomes nice and warm. It creates a heat.
Especially if you rub it.
Right. And I don't know whether it can create so much plastic into it. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But it's good to have it. I mean, any oil in a glass jar is good always.
Yeah. What I've heard many kind of like more holistic practitioners talk about trying to do a castor oil pack for at least 30, 45 minutes a couple of times a week, like 3-4 times a week even.
It's good really for women, castor oil, if you have some kind of a lot of, what do you call it, itching, stuff like that on your breast area.
Lumps
and
itching.
Yeah, you can really put the castor oil. Because again, castor oil also has antiseptic quality, so it really helps to kill the
antibacterial, antioxidants.
Yes, and
vitamin E, big thing, vitamin E.
If you have a finger, what do you call those funguses?
Yeah, athlete's foot.
Yeah, so you can boil the castor oil. I would recommend to boil castor oil, heat it up. I'm not boiled, heat it up with the garlic. And make it like castor oil with the garlic, and it become pretty powerful.
Infused.
Yeah, infused. So then you can also apply that. And of course, I remember when I was younger in India, we used to use castor oil always in our hair also. They used to sell in regular stores, and it used to come in a red color. It was interesting. Yeah.
Oh, there is that kind. I forget the difference. There's a clear one and there's the red one.
Right.
Yeah.
So castor oil has a lot of usage. Castor oil again, we will recommend that if you are having any serious medical conditions or anything like that, certainly talk to your health provider before you start using it. You know.
We have 5 minutes left, so do we want to talk about?
Okay. So now.
Yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga breath.
Right. Anything else left, Bob, with the castor oil before we jump on the yoga?
Just like you said, Raj, consult your doctor before you start trying to treat any of these thyroid or liver or kidney. You know, just talk to your doctor first and make sure that that's okay.
Do your homework. How about that?
There you go. Do your homework.
Do
Look
your
it up.
Homework. That's it. And The last thing I want to mention that if you're suffering from a lot of heat, fever or something like that, in Ayurvedic sense, we also apply castor on your stomach and on your feet and rub it. Helps. Okay.
To take out the heat, you mean?
Yeah, it takes out the heat and also generates the heat. So if you have cold feet, blood, a lot of time. Yeah.
Almost adaptogenic in a sense.
Yes. Okay.
So what's our yoga? We're doing breathing exercises today, right?
A little different from just a pose.
Right.
We thought we'd talk about the bandhas, which are the energetic locks, the three main ones that most yoga people learn about are the perineum, kind of the pelvic floor lock, which is the Mula Bandha.
Yeah.
The Uddiyana Bandha, which is the abdomen, stomach area.
Yeah.
Is that your diaphragm?
I guess your ribs are part of, the diaphragm.
Related to breathing, that would have to be your diaphragm,
And then Jalandhara Bandha, which is kind of the chin and throat lock.
Yeah, so when you practice breathing,
positioning your head so that you're breathing correctly, right?
Yeah.
More efficiently.
Right.
And you hear, I've heard it more often when someone's doing an inversion, that you use that chin lock to not allow the energy to be too going towards up above the head, essentially. But
well, see, now you got me in that head position.
Well, Mula Bandha, the meaning of the mul is grounding, okay? And the mul means, in other words, you can interpret it as a root.
Right.
So, yeah.
I can show this little
Right.
diagram. We're using the same yoga toolbox. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And it's a good practice just without doing any specific poses.
Well, simple is, I would say, just sit in a comfortable position. Anywhere, wherever you're comfortable, on the floor, chair, whatever. And then practice the grounding and breathe, focus on your breathing. And again, we recommend the breathe through your stomach and through the nose, not from your mouth. So, because mouth is not really designed for breathing.
Right.
God has, so you have a nose, because the air going inside has to be warmed up before it can hit your lungs.
Unless you're singing. Maybe you can use it.
Well, that's cheap.
Yeah. I mean, that way when we're talking, but still, breathing is breathing. Yeah. And then focusing on
but
breath.
posture is important too, right, Raj?
Yeah. Don't sit like this.
Don't slump.
Yeah. And so when you breathe, it's just in and out. And I want to always emphasize that when you take the breath in, go slow, and breathe out real slow. So it is like recommended that, say, if you're taking count to 2 to breathe in, then breathe out, count to 4, double time. And so that's what you want to practice. It's good. You can practice at night, anytime, anywhere.
Not when you're driving.
You can focus on your driving, as long as you focus on the road.
At the same time.
But anyway.
I felt like the bandhas, they help me think to tone and tighten everything while I'm in certain poses. Sometimes they'll say, like warrior 1 or 2, acting like a warrior in that stance. It seems like you wouldn't be doing a lot and it could be easy, but truly you're supposed to be activating all your inside core and
right. Well, see, again, it reminds me when I was teaching yoga, also one of the things I was always telling people to emphasize, when you sit on the floor and you're breathing, practicing, that time you can do also kegels. And it really helps because it's part of the mula.
Pelvic floor.
Yeah, and so it prevents some of the things might be happening with you, especially as you grow older. It improves your urine flow and etc. So it's really good to practice that.
Well, any last words?
So the last word, how much more time left, Bob?
We're about at the end.
Okay, just remember to vote and remember to recycle. And if you have any equipment or anything which you're not able to use it, bring it to us. We'll fix it, give it to somebody, or we'll use it ourselves. Either way, we'll donate. Okay. What else?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Raj's house. We'll see you back here next week. We love you all. Touch the sun. Don't forget to breathe.